Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. Oh, you guys are still tuned in to the Lowdown. Now, I got something special for everybody today. My next guest is what they call a quantum healer. I can't wait for you guys to see what she can actually do. Y'all give it up for my new friend, Lalini Mangar.
Yes.
Yay! There she is.
Good. How are you?
There she is. Yeah. I love your energy. Hey. How we doing?
Hello.
Join me. Perfect.
Yes. I'm excited.
I'm excited. You are so bubbly. Thank you so much for being in such a good mood. Thank you for being here with us.
Well, thank you for having me.
No worries. Now, I think I ran into you a while ago. I think it's been over a year. I think we conversed on Instagram, and I started really delving into what you do. And it's so different.
Yes.
It is. I thought you were one thing, but it turns out you are something completely more.
Completely more.
Yes, you are. Let me tell you what I thought. I thought that you were a massage therapist. But that's one thing, and that's great. But what you do is a little bit different. Can you tell me what it is?
So, as a quantum healing expert, I dive deep into the nervous system, deeper layers into who you are, and bring that out into fruition. So it's more than just massage.
It's spiritual,
It's
yes.
exactly spiritual. It's integrating life here on Earth to where you can live your fullest potential.
I love that.
And that is possible.
That is possible. No, and you were, and I love the fact how it began because you told me that you were kind of going through something.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I would say about the age of like 4, I always knew that life was different.
Okay.
You know, going outside, looking up at the sky, like, oh my God, that's home.
Okay.
So going through my youth, you know, I've gone through a lot of abuse and things like that. So
Okay.
it did catapult me into spiritualism. I found more of like parapsychology, things like that. Sylvia Brown was like one of my mentors, silent mentors.
Oh, nice. Okay, I love that.
I got into like psychic mediumship, things like that. So I always knew that there was more. It runs in my family.
Okay.
I would say about the time I was 18, I wanted to become a massage therapist. Like I saw the commercial on TV. I was like, oh my God, I want to do this. My boyfriend at the time said, no, you're not. He said,
the only person you're going to be massaging is me. Yeah.
He said, you're gonna owe way too much money for school, but here's how life works, right?
Okay.
When something shows up in front of your peripheral or like your window, it's for you.
Yes.
So like years later, after having my kids, working, I'm like 24/7. I did door-to-door sales. I did
You did everything you had to do.
cleaning houses.
Oh my gosh, yes.
300 to 500 houses that year because I wanted to get to the top, but I
Yes.
knew that there was so much more. I was always listening to metaphysical things like documentaries, podcasts,
Yes.
YouTube channels because I was always interested. So when the opportunity presented itself to me, I got into Reiki.
Okay.
And when I got into Reiki,
And tell people what that is.
so Reiki is where they do the touch on, well, not really touch, but like they hover over your body, and then there's different symbols and things like that that they channel to bring that energy to you.
Okay.
That's just very light summary.
Okay, I like that. It's so
Very
much
light.
more, but that was quick. Okay, got it.
So pretty much what that does, you have to be in the state of Florida certified in something before you can touch the human body.
Okay.
Even though you're not really touching, you're just hovering. So I'm like, okay, great, I can't practice this.
Okay.
So, you know, things happen. I'm going to say it like this. I went to a metaphysical store. I had a reading done, and this guy told me, he's like, you are going to be a massage therapist, and you're going to take it so much more further than where you are now. It's going to be like kinesiology. You know what kinesiology is, right?
Yes.
Yes. So I was like, no, I'm not.
No, you fought it. No, I'm not.
There's no way. I'm cleaning houses. I have no idea what you're talking about. So I called the Board of Education because I thought I owed money for school, and I didn't owe nothing.
Look at that.
So I went and I paid for it. Like, I signed up right then and there. Fast forward 6 years later, I still hold my license till this day. Last year.
Okay, we're going to clap for that first off. Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
I would say that was the most 11 and a half months of my entire life. That was the hardest thing I've ever had to do.
Okay.
Because of so much trials and tribulations. I was told that I wasn't going to make it. I had the kids at the time. Wasn't a lot of support for that.
That's when you know, and I believe this in my life, I've seen it. That's when you know you're on the right path.
Yes.
When everything around you is trying to keep you from it.
Yes.
And people are telling you that you can't do it.
Yep.
That's when you dig in your heels, and that's when you succeed.
It's like riding that thin line between chaos and what's right.
Yes,
It's
yes.
like you stay in the middle. Stay in the middle.
Middle.
So I would say about last year, August, I got electrocuted. So I was like, I'm going
my
to
God.
tell you this story, how I got into that. So the healing aspect has always been there, but getting electrocuted actually amplified that. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll tell you the story real quick. It was like, I don't know, like 3:30 in the afternoon. I got to get my kids ready for karate. So I jumped up. I'm like, oh my God, we got to go. As a single mom of two, it's like you're run, go,
Yeah,
go,
you're always
go.
on the move.
Even when I was laying down, I'm like, oh my God, we got to go.
Yeah.
So grab my fridge. And in the state of Florida, it rains every day.
It does. It's a law. Yeah.
around that time. So I grabbed my fridge, not conductive at all. It was probably like 10 feet away. My kitchen window's right there. And then lightning bolt struck right when I grabbed my fridge. So instead of going through the ground, it went through my hands. My left hand hit my heart and then went everywhere.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm screaming. My kids are screaming. I'm like, oh my God, what in the world just happened? Am I going to die? In those 10 seconds, my life was flashing through my eyes. I'm like, what did I do?
Oh, okay.
I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything with my life. So ever since then, it was recalibrating my nervous system.
Okay.
And for somebody who's not sensitive to their body, like, oh my God, I got to go to the doctor. I got to go do this. I got to go do that. I didn't do any of that. I still went and carried on my day. My kids went to karate.
Okay.
My son went to football.
Okay.
And I went to the gym.
You are a mom like that.
And I'm over here, the kids are like, Mommy, are you okay? I'm like, mm-hmm.
That's a mom. A mom will tell you, I ain't got time to be struck by lightning. I gotta go.
I gotta go. So I would say, like, ever since then, I've been able to calculate things in different layers. And when I took my first client that night, I realized that I was able to, as I was touching his body, not only was I able to read all that information as I started off with in school, I was able to move his energy. So with something that was gifted to me like this, I understand why, because that's too much for someone. You have the power to do that, and it can go either way. So for me, I was like, let me feel into your greatest potential. All of a sudden, everything started changing. I started to hear what his muscles were saying. The knots in our body are localized electronic programs that are fueled by sound, different layers of things if you look at it. That is just there. When you change the program of what that narrative is, you have no more knots.
I can't wait for people to see this in action because I've seen you do this.
Yes.
This is going to be great. Now, Mike's going to be our guinea pig. Y'all don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with Lalini Mangar, y'all. Yes. Welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. Now, I'm excited about this. You guys are still tuned into the Lowdown, and we have quantum healer Lalini Mangar with us right now.
Yes.
Yes, we do. Still with us.
Yes.
Now, we have... Tight Mike, thank you so much for volunteering, my friend. I appreciate that. By volunteering, I mean, thank you. Okay. Now, you're actually going to show us some of the things that you do when somebody calls you up and they actually book a session with you.
Yes.
Okay. So, Tight Mike, thank you again. He's going to go ahead and put his face into the chair.
The cradle. There
you go.
Yes. All right.
Now, what would be the first thing you would do when a client comes and sits down?
So the first thing that I would do is kind of like a body rock. So this kind of gives me an idea of where their energy is.
Okay.
Touch brings the most awareness.
Okay.
So there might be some things that he might not be even aware of that it's tight.
Okay.
See how he's dancing already?
I see that. I see that.
So he is tied around his back, mostly
All right.
on the left side. Most people don't know this. They're probably like neck and shoulders and things like that. So what I like to do is get a feel for it, push the muscles off the spine.
Okay.
You see
And you'll
how-
feel it working. You can definitely feel it working, Mike.
Absolutely. So I already have like a rundown of how his energy is moving.
Okay.
He has some stuck energy here. And then going into his arms, there's some heart stuff.
Okay.
We're not going to talk about that today.
Okay. I like that, though. I like that.
So what I would do is literally clean the spine first when they're sitting on the chair.
Okay.
Table's a little different. So, are you comfortable? All right. Definitely ask if they're comfortable.
There you go. Want to be comfortable with something like this?
Right. So we're like a battery, right? You have to have both hands on the body to create a circuit.
Okay.
Anybody. So what I like to do is create something base first, down by the root. You call it root chakra, however you want to say it.
Okay. Root chakra, if you
Right? And then I'll feel the energy conducting right away. So just by him sitting here, he's giving me permission to be into his space. All I'm doing is holding space for him.
will.
That's
Okay.
it.
I like that.
Yeah. I'm not your healer. I'm not anything like that. I just hold space for you so you know who you are. So by me doing this, I'm just bringing the energy up.
Okay.
Now, he might feel it, he might not feel it. It depends on the person's sensitivity to their body. Some people feel it right away. Some people, they immediately go into like full-blown, I don't want to say hallucinating or anything like that, but they start to see things.
Okay.
Whether it's color or things like that. What I find is that it doesn't have to be so abrasive.
Okay.
Years of massage therapy. I'm talking about like years. It's only been like 6 years, y'all. But what I find is that you don't have to go into the body so deep. You don't have to cause any pain to the person.
You don't have to be so aggressive when you're doing
you don't.
this. Yes.
And when I started, that's what I was doing.
Okay.
Deep tissue all the way, but you don't have to go in as deep as you think.
Okay.
For somebody who's requesting deep tissue or anything like that, they usually have a lot of pain that they carry throughout the body. So their emotional body stores all of that. So what I'm doing is just sweeping through. I'm still holding space here for him. So he can feel slight sensations in his feet, his legs.
And this is calming to the person. That's
Very calming.
Yeah.
Because we run around with overactive nervous systems. Everything is done to stimulate the body, stimulate the nervous system. So a lot of people, they have a lot of fog, not a lot of mental clarity. They're running around with so many thoughts that are running through their mind.
I got to pay bills. I got to pick the kids up.
Yeah.
I got it. Yeah.
So that stores in the body, and he likes a little light touch.
There you go. I can see that. I can see that.
So it stores in the body, and what happens is over time it'll start to manifest. You know, like how they say manifest into something. But that's only because the body's literally letting you know, hey, listen to me, listen to me, listen to me. We always think that it's up in the mind, but the mind is just a projection of what's going on here.
In your body?
Yes.
Okay.
So it calculates into your body first, then it projects the thought, and you act certain behaviors.
Gotcha.
So that's how you program somebody, right? Not going to go into that. So what I'm doing right now is creating a circuit, mind-body circuit, to his heart and his mind. Up into the third eye here.
Okay.
What I usually find is that there's usually a gap in between these sections here. So this is somebody who's not really speaking their mind.
I don't think
How they feel.
I don't think Mike has that problem. I know him for quite some time. No, and I love this. Now, when you're normally doing this in a session with a client, you have music going.
Music. I play a lot of mantras. Mantras bring in an etheric element. So it's kind of like speaking the language of the universe. I found that our English language is more of like a water-based element. So it's more about emotions and things like that.
Gotcha.
When you're speaking with Sanskrit and things like that, which is what I use when I'm doing these sessions, I am bridging in a higher pathway, a higher frequency to allow a higher frequency to come in.
I love this. Now, I want people at home watching this right now definitely get in touch with you, and I want them to follow and support you because it's beautiful what you actually get to do. Will you please share with them your social media?
So I am on Instagram, Divine FG Goddess, FGG Goddess.
There you go. Yes.
That's where you can find me. I usually do consultations first to find out what it is exactly that you are looking for. Every session is completely different and catered to you. Nice.
Now, Mike, I want you to lift your head up real quick and tell the audience how you feel right now, man. Go ahead.
How do you feel?
How do you feel?
I feel relieved, Jack.
Feel
good, bro.
Bro, you like yes! Yes! Oh, what? Oh, me?
Yes. All for you. All for you.
Thank y'all so much. Mike, they love us.
They are prepaid.
They,
sir.
all right, nice.
There you go. Yeah.
I will pay you back.
Sure.
Never, but
All
thank
right.
you.